All right, let's get right into it. For years, creators have been told to build their empires on social media. But here's the catch. That's all rented land. The algorithms are your landlords, and they can change the locks anytime. But a big shift is happening, a move toward audiences you actually own. And today, we're talking about Beehiiv, the company that's pretty much laying the tracks for this whole new creator railroad. You know, this metaphor from our source material just nails it. Think about it. Social media platforms are like these huge, chaotic megacities. Yeah, you can get some attention, but you're just one voice screaming in a massive crowd, and you don't own a single inch of it. A newsletter, though? That's a direct line. It's your own private railroad that you control, running straight from your station right into your audience's inbox. So what is Beehiiv, really? The absolute best way to think about it is as the Shopify for newsletters. And I mean that. This isn't just another email tool, it's a professional-grade all-in-one platform. It's built on this core belief that a newsletter isn't just some side project, it's a real business, and it deserves some seriously powerful infrastructure. So how does Beehiiv actually live up to that big Shopify comparison? Well, it all comes down to providing an all-in-one engine. Let's pop the hood and see how it lets creators run a pretty sophisticated media operation without having to duct tape, 5 or 6 different services together. I mean, just look at this list. This really shows you the whole shebang. In the past, a creator would need one tool for their emails, a separate one for their website, probably a third for a referral program, and then even more for ads and analytics. It was a mess. Beehiiv just brings all of that under one roof. You get this beautiful editor, a website, deep analytics, and, this is the big one, built-in ways to actually make money through their ad network and subscriptions. It's all right there. So the big question is, does this all-in-one approach actually work? Well, let's just look at the numbers, starting with the money. As of mid-2025, Beehiiv is pulling in over $30 million in annual recurring revenue. So yeah, this isn't some tiny startup anymore. This is a serious, serious player. And that revenue? It's coming from some absolutely massive scale. We're talking over 46 billion emails have been sent using their platform. That number is just staggering. It shows you how active and how engaged the creators on their platform really are. And those billions of emails are reaching a truly vast audience, 425 million unique readers. So when you put all three of these numbers together, the revenue, the crazy email volume, and the massive audience reach, you start to see the picture. Beehiiv has become a core piece of infrastructure for the entire creator economy. Now, beyond all those core features, Beehiiv is leaning hard into AI. But here's the really key part, their philosophy. The goal here is not to replace the creator's voice. Not at all. Instead, the AI is designed to be a co-pilot. It's built right into the workflow to just remove friction. It helps you bust through writer's block, fine-tune a sentence, or even translate your work, all with the goal of making you faster and more efficient. But a platform this powerful, this thought out, it doesn't just appear out of nowhere. To really understand Beehiiv's DNA, you have to go back to its origin story. And that story was forged in the fire of one of the most successful newsletters of all time, Morning Brew. So Beehiiv was founded by some of the key early employees from Morning Brew. These were the guys who had built the custom growth tools that gave Morning Brew its, frankly, unfair advantage. They started building Beehiiv on nights and weekends, basically to give that same power to everyone. But the journey also hit this huge milestone, profitability. In an industry that usually prioritizes growth at all costs, that is incredibly rare for a venture-backed company. It tells you they're focused on building a real, resilient, long-term business. And in April 2022, in the middle of all this growth, the team was hit with a devastating blow, the sudden passing of their CTO, Andrew Platkin. It was a moment that could have shattered a young company. But instead, they rallied. They accelerated his equity, making his mother a shareholder, and they pushed forward with this renewed, even stronger sense of purpose. It just goes to show you that the company's foundation is as much about its culture as it is about its code. Okay, so you can't talk about newsletters without talking about the competition. So let's put Beehiiv head-to-head with its biggest rival, Substack. And maybe the most fascinating way to compare them is to look at their totally different approaches to artificial intelligence. So here's the crucial difference. You have to get this. Beehiiv's AI is built as infrastructure to help you write. It's a full-on writing assistant that lives right there in the editor to help you create content faster. Substack's AI, on the other hand, is all about amplification. It's designed to take content you've already made and repurpose it, turning your text into an audio narration, transcribing your podcasts, creating little video clips for social media. And this is maybe the absolute best way to think about it. If your creative process starts with the written word, Beehive's AI is like a super-powered writing desk. But if your work is more about audio and video, Substack's AI is more like a broadcast studio. It's not about which one is better, it's about which philosophy fits the way you create. All right, let's zoom out for a second. We've seen the platform, we've heard the story, we've looked at the competition. But why does any of this matter? Why are we talking so much about newsletters in 2025? Well, it's because Beehive's success is directly tied to the incredible and, frankly, enduring power of email itself.
Look, anyone who tells you email is dead is just, well, they're not looking at the data. With 4.6 billion users around the world, email isn't just surviving, it's thriving. It's the stable, foundational layer of our digital lives. While social platforms change their rules on a whim, email is still the most reliable, high-signal channel we have, period.
And if you need a business case, here it is. The return on investment for email marketing just absolutely destroys social media. It's not even a contest. For every single dollar you spend, you get about $36 back. This is why serious creators are doubling down on their newsletters. It isn't just about connection. It's about building a sustainable business on a channel you actually truly control. So, looking ahead, where does this all go? The source material we're looking at suggests that AI is going to make email even more powerful. The vision is for newsletters to stop being these static, one-way documents and to become these dynamic, conversational ecosystems. Just imagine an email that listens, that adapts, and creates a personalized experience for every single reader in real time. It's pretty wild to think about.
So this really brings us to the final, most important point. The debate isn't really about Beehiiv versus Substack or which AI tool is better. For every creator trying to figure this all out, the real challenge is finding the right balance. It comes down to this one question. How do you use these incredible new tools to make your voice louder, to amplify your work, without sacrificing that authentic, human connection that made your audience trust you in the first place?